To make this exact style, the suitable fabric for it is Mikado fabric. So you get Mikado fabric 2.5 yards. But I did not use Mikado fabric in this tutorial, but the principle remains the same. So stay tuned to learn how this beautiful short bubu dress is made. Thank you. Welcome back to Simbright Fashion Academy YouTube channel for another interesting tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to sew this beautiful short bubu kaftan with slit at the front, as you can see. So to begin this tutorial, I'm making use of 2.5 yards of crepe fabric. You can use chiffon, you can use silk, you can use any light fabric of your choice. So these 2.5 yards, I'm going to open it up. So here is the yardage part. You can see the yardage part. So the yard is 2.5. So I'm going to pick up the 2.5 on its end. As you can see, I'll fold it into 2 equal parts. So the 2.5 yards is folded into 2 equal parts. So the folded part, I'll also fold it back again. So after folding it and arranging it, I'll go ahead to split this into 2 equal parts because we are going to have a button at the front. So I'll just go ahead and slit it. So the back and the front is not going to be equal. The front piece will have 1 inch seam allowance, while the back will be on fold. So after splitting it open, this is what I have. So I'm going to arrange it the way it should be. So now I've arranged it. You can see the folded part, which is for the back, and the 1 inch part is for the front. So now I'm going to create my border line. That is my starting line. So from this starting line, we are going to take our measurements. So I'm taking 3 inches for my neck width for front and back. Then for back neckline is 1 inch. I'm going to connect 1 inch to the 3 inches. After that, I'm going to measure on the front neckline 9 inches. That is the V neckline, 9 inches. So from that center back, I will take my shoulder divide by 2. From there, I have 8 inches. I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. So I'm going to connect from the neckline my shoulder slope. I'm connecting it all the way to the sleeve length. So I'm taking my sleeve length as 26. From the center front, I'll measure 26 inches. So that is what I'm going to use, 26 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark the 26 inches. Then I'll place my tape on the border line once again. And I'm going to take the COWL connection at 32 inches and the full length at 42 inches. So the full length of this gown is 42 inches and the COWL connection is at 32 inches. So I'll just go ahead and mark my hip, divide by 4, add 2.5 inch. My hip is 46, divide by 4 is 11.5, plus 2.5 will give me 14. So I also transferred the 14 inches to the hem and connected it with a straight line, as you can see. So now we are going to form the COWL connection. So this COWL connection is not actually supposed to be too high. So I realized it was high. So after connecting, I came back to that 32 inches back and measured 5 inches. So just go up 5 inches so it's not too high. Then you go ahead and connect your COWL like that. Okay, so I'm going to cut out what I connected right now. I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So I'll cut it out from there into the side. I'll just go ahead and cut. Of course, you know how to cut your COWL connection. So now I'll also proceed to the cutting of the shoulder line too. Okay, so but before that I'll cut out the hem piece. So just cut out everything. Then on the shoulder line I'm going to add 1/2 inch on the shoulder line. So I'll cut the both front and back, adding 1/2 inch till I get to the neckline. So once I get to the neckline, I'm going to take off my pin and lift up the back neckline and cut out the 1 inch neckline. So after that, I've cut it out. So the sleeve is the next. So you just put your tape where you want the sleeve to be. I have 12 inches there. So I'm going to open my sleeve by 6 inches. So from that shoulder line, I'm going to measure 6 inches. So I'll mark 6 inches at that point, and I'm going to put a slit or a mark to it. So I'll just put a notch to it. That is where I'm going to sew my sleeve. So next I'll come over to the neckline, and I'm going to connect the V neckline connection from 3 inches to 7 inches depth. I'll just go ahead and cut it out accordingly. So after cutting it out, next is to proceed to the, I will first take it off, take the back off, okay, because we have 1 inch. Remember, we have 1 inch for the front. So I'll just slit the 1 inch to the end of the dress. So to create the slit right now, I'll come from the, I'll take off the back first, then we'll create the slit. So from the down part of this dress, I'm going to measure 7 inches. So I will take 7.5 because I'm going to hem the down part of this dress. So I'll just place a notch to it. You place a notch to that point. So after notching it, I'll go over to the sewing machine now. I'm going to sew 1 inch, 1 inch, as you can see. So I'll go ahead and sew 1 inch like that. So after sewing my 1 inch, I'm going to create my facing. So I'll place my fabric on fold and fold the 1 inch. Make sure you fold the 1 inch, okay? The seam allowance, fold it, secure with your pin, and then trim off your facing. So I'll just go ahead and secure with my pin and arrange it very well. Then I'll proceed to the cutting of the facing. So just go ahead and cut the facing, as you can see. So after that, I'm going to shaping the facing too. So just go ahead and shape it the way you see me shape right now. So after shaping it, we are going to sew the facing to the dress. But then please iron out the seam lines. I'm going to iron it out. So here I'm done ironing it. Then I'll place my facing, the dress right side to right side of the facing, and I'm going to stitch at 0.5 inch. For the back facing, I'll also place it on fold and repeat the same process I did for the front. Secure with my pin and trim the sides off into the neckline. As you can see, I'll just trim it off. Then take away my pins and also shaping my facing. So I just shaping the facing. So after that, I'm going to lay the facing right side to right side of the fabric, and I'll proceed to sewing at 0.5 inch as well. So after sewing it right now, next is to place notches on the neckline and flip it to the facing side and top stitch. I'll repeat the same for the front too. So for the front, just make a notch at that V line, okay? You can also make on the sides. Then I'll proceed to the top stitching too. So now the dress is ready. Next is to sew the sides of the cowl kaftan. So I'm going to place it right side of the dress to the back side too. So we are going to sew the seam shoulder line. So I'll just place it. You can see how I'm placing it. Just flip the facing like this and then go ahead to secure with your pin and go over to the sewing machine. So I'm going to sew from that facing neckline till I get to the end of the dress. So I just sew at 0.5 inch from the neckline to the end. I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other side as well. Just put it together. You can see how I'm putting it. Then you move ahead to sew at 0.5 inch. Okay, so after sewing, this is what we have. So now I'm going to sew this side. So I'll sew from the hem to where I have the notch on the sleeve. So I'm sewing at 0.5 inch as well. So I'm done sewing. So you can see the sleeve opening right there. So our dress is ready right now. So I'm going to cut my sleeve. So I cut my sleeve according to the circumference of my armhole calculated, and the depth I have for the band is 4 inches. You can also make it 3 inches if you want. So I'm going to open up the sleeve right now and I'm going to sew the sleeve, the band to the sleeve. So this is what I have after sewing. So the dress is ready right now. So I'll go ahead to hem the down part of this dress. So I will hem the down part of this dress right now. Hem the slit as well. So you can use your stitches or you can use your hemming gum. So here you can see what I have. I gave it a good press. So the dress is ready. So if you want, you can proceed to the buttons. So I just decided to add buttons to beautify the cowl kaftan. So I believe you learned a lot from this class. So if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe and turn on your notification bell. Don't forget to share and like this video.